Madam Chair, we now have full quorum.
Wonderful. Then I will go ahead and call the meeting to order. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the MAG Information Center Board of Directors. We will now begin with a roll call.
Thank you, Chair. I will go through the list of members. Please indicate if you're present when I call your name. Chair Gallego.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Giles.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Hartke.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Hermosillo.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Osborne.
I'm here.
Mayor Peterson.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Weiss.
Here.
Thank you. Chair, we have quorum.
Wonderful. Our next item is call to the audience. Do we have any public to comment?
Thank you, Chair. We have received no public comments for this meeting or for any agenda items.
Thank you. Item 3 is informational items, which we do not have today. So we go to 4, approval of the consent agenda. Consent agenda item 4A is the meeting minutes from October 16th. Do any have comments or edits to the minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
Mayor, it's Mayor Weiss. I'll make the motion. Second.
Thank you, Mayor Osborne. All those in favor, let's see, and turn on your cameras. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed, nay? Passes unanimously. I will try to expand my screen, but it looked like everyone was on. Staff
Yes,
good? All right, we have approved the meeting minutes. Now we have the good news item with Read On Arizona. Item 5 is $150,000 from Read On Arizona to support continued development of Maplet. This item is on agenda for approval and will be presented by Peter Burnett, Interim Regional Analytics Director. Peter, floor is yours.
Thank you, Chair. Fellow members of the MAG Information Center Board of Directors. Read On Arizona, MAG and Read On Arizona have been working together since 2014. Read On Arizona is the state's early learning initiative. They work to improve language and literacy for children from birth to age 8. MAG has been providing analysis and support to those important efforts by taking the educational data and presenting it online in a meaningful and easy to understand way. Some of the future plans working with Read On Arizona include taking some of the multiple online tools that we have and consolidating them into one tool, but also maintaining those tools and updating the data and staying on top of that. Because of that, Read On Arizona and its partners would like to continue working with the MAG Information Center and provide funding up to $150,000 over 2 years. I'd be happy to take any questions on this item.
Any questions? Mayor Weiss. Oh.
No, just for me, Read On Arizona does great work in Avondale. I know they do it throughout the entire valley, but they have been just a key partner in what we're trying to do when it comes to engaging young learners, and they have just have done fantastic work. So glad to see that they're still going to be a part of MAG.
Fabulous, thank you. And I think you have advocated for us to keep updated on this important work, which we all agree makes perfect sense. Do we have a motion to accept $150,000 from Read On Arizona and recommend approval to amend the MAG Biennial Unified Planning Work Program and Budget?
Chair, so moved. Bridget Peterson.
Mayor Hermosillo.
We have a motion from Mayor Peterson and a second from Mayor Hermosillo. Everyone has their cameras on. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Passes unanimously. Item 6 is the Magic update, and Peter will continue to be our presenter.
Thank you, Chair Gallego, and again, members of the MAG Information Center Board of Directors. Thank you for the opportunity to provide a brief annual update on the MAG Information Center, or MAGIC. This update is required by the MAGIC bylaws, so thanks for allowing time to provide this update. So as a reminder, the MAG Information Center is a nonprofit entity that gives MAG the opportunity to provide services to our member agencies, to private companies, to other nonprofit entities. And these services are not in the work program, and they're generally larger in nature in the projects. They're more than just the one-off data requests or requests that we might get from our member agencies. And these projects are done for a fee under contract. So since the Magic Board last met, the Magic has continued to provide services for Read on Arizona, which we just talked about in the previous agenda item. And through funding from Read on Arizona, we've most recently been able to upgrade our ArcGIS servers in support of Maplet, which is our online mapping and analysis tool for the literacy program. So we've also been taking the data and massaging it and working on it and updating the data that goes into Maplet as well. So over the years, we've also worked on what's called a parent engagement tool. And that parent engagement tool allows parents to search for schools around where they live and look up data on those schools. We also have what's called a state data center. That state data center has information on schools, not just for K-3, but for all through high school, and that's for the entire state. So our future plans with Read on Arizona include taking that state data center, consolidating it into the Maplet tool, which is a wonderful tool, and then we've got a nice consolidated tool for the analysis of all schools, not just the elementary schools. So we're excited to continue to work with Read on Arizona in these efforts. That concludes my annual Magic update, and I'd be happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Peter. Great update. We do not see any questions. All right. Item number 7 is request for future agenda items. All right. Hearing none, the next item is comments from the Board of Directors. Peter, thank you for stepping up. Anna Bob did an amazing job, and we will continue that great momentum. With no further business, today's meeting of the Magic Board of Directors is adjourned. We will now convene the Regional Council Executive Committee.
Thank you, Chair. I will go through the list of members to determine quorum. Please indicate if you're present when I call your name. Chair Gallego.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Giles.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Hartke.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Hermosillo.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Osborne.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Peterson.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Weiss.
Here.
Thank you. Chair, we have quorum.
Thank you. Our next item is call to the audience. Do we have any members of the public?
Thank you, Chair. We have not received any comments for this meeting or for any agenda item for this meeting today.
Thank you. There are no informational items for this meeting, so we will go to consent agenda. Items 4A through 4I are on the consent agenda. Does any member of the committee have questions or request a presentation on any of these items? Hearing none. And we do not have, we don't have any public comment. So do we have a motion?
Madam Chair, it's Ken Weiss. I'll make the motion.
Eric Osborne, I'll second.
Second.
All right. Everyone has their camera on. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Passes unanimously. Item 5 is the air quality update. We will turn it over to Ed Zerker, our Executive Director.
Madam Chair, there's really no great movement, things to discuss today that we won't just get into next week with the Regional Council. And so we do continue to work on it. It is ozone season. We have had several exceedances. We continue to work cooperatively with Maricopa County and the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality. And we'll have an update next week at the Regional Council.
Thank you. Item 6 is the Executive Director's report. So we'll stay with Ed.
And I'll actually just combine 6 and 7 together, Mayor. There, again, we'll do a more full Executive Director briefing next week for the Regional Council at that annual meeting that occurs next week for the Regional Council. In terms of legislative update, really, as you all know, the budget was put to rest on Saturday evening. Of specific concern here was the continuation of ADOT, which was done for 8 years, which we found to be a good extension bill. We are continuing to track what happened with the various assessments or budget funding for specific projects throughout the region. And we'll have a more full report on that next week at a regional council.
Wonderful. Any new parameters put on ADOT or more of a traditional extension?
The primary thing that was worked on was something that doesn't particularly affect us. It had to do with their enforcement authority near ports of entry at the borders. And that seemed to be the main focus of the legislative work at ADOT.
Great. Any other questions? Future agenda items. All right, comments from the committee. This is going to be the last executive committee meeting for Mayor Weiss, who has chaired the committee before me and did an excellent job leading
Thank you.
MAG, including Prop 479 forward motion. So Mayor Weiss, thank you for doing difficult duty, and it has been just fabulous to work with you. We are so thankful for your leadership and public service.
You know, Madam Chair, I look forward to the next few months, obviously, with Prop 479 going to the ballot and all the hard work that every member of this committee has put in and previous members of this committee have put in. We could have never gotten it done without the leadership of Ed and Audra and John and everyone else from MAG who participated. The polling numbers look good. Everything looks good right now, but we all know in elections, you never run for elections unless you're scared or unless you think you're going to lose. So you keep on fighting until the very last vote. So I look forward to connecting with you guys on election night and see how we do. And my hope is that we do very well. But thank you to everyone. It was great serving as chairman of MAG during all those times, and following John and then having you follow was just, it was a lot of learning that was happening there on my part. So I appreciate that.
Fabulous. Well, thank you, Mayor Weiss. Any other additional comments? The next meeting will be on July 15th at noon. With no further business, we are adjourned.
Thank you all. Safe travels.